start by coming into our most comfortable posture. It could be seated, it could be lying down in passive rest pose. If you have any back pain, I always encourage passive rest pose, which is very simply lying on your back, heels under the knees, feet hip width apart, lengthening the back of the neck. If your shoulders are really feeling tight or have things going on, place your hands on your chest, allowing the shoulders to soften. If your legs feel like they're really engaging, do this. Walk your feet out an inch or so on either side and then let the knees tip in. So this pose, passive rest pose, can really help with relaxing the muscles that get tight in our back and our legs, and also with accessing the breath because we're not trying to sit upright, but you're welcome to sit upright if you're comfortable there. We're going to start with connecting to our breath. The breath being the most important aspect of this practice. We want to always be connected to it. So notice how you're breathing. Maybe count in your mind how long your inhale is and how long the exhale is. And then consciously start to deepen your breath by relaxing. So softening your belly and allowing the breath to come in through the nose, filling the belly, rib cage, upper chest. Exhale, draw the belly in, soften the rib cage, soften the upper chest, or exhale the other way from the top down is fine. We just always inhale belly first. Try to fill each part before you fill the next, and the same with the exhale. Empty part by part. This will make it easier to elongate. And a lengthened breath has many benefits, including calming the nervous system. Let's take a few more, allowing each breath to get a little longer than the previous one. Relaxing your effort with the breath. Let your awareness come to either the center of the chest, the heart chakra, or the space between the eyebrows, the third eye. Just rest your awareness there as you soften your face and your body a little more. Take a moment to set your intention for practice. That intention that grows with our attention. So we want it to be stated positively, as if we've already accomplished it. Something like, I am connected to my breath. I am calm. It can really be anything you would like it to be. So if you'd like, set your intention for your practice now. If you're lying on your back, take a big breath, and on your exhale, pull the belly in and draw the knees into your chest. You can rock out your back gently if that's calling you, and then come to one side. Relax there for a moment, a breath or two. And then when you feel ready, slowly bring the body up to seated. Once we're all seated, let's gently blink the eyes open. Coming into a seated cat-cow. So make sure that your hips are higher than your knees, especially if you have any pain in your back. And you can do a chair if you'd like. You can sit on blocks. You can sit on a couch. Just make sure you're sitting on the edge of the couch. You want to be comfortable. So hands on your legs. Let's inhale and gently arch the back, lifting up the chin if your neck's okay with that. Exhale, draw the belly in and round the back. So push your back behind you. You can hang onto your legs and really kind of get a nice stretch for that upper back. Inhale, big inhale. Feel it filling the belly, the mid chest, the upper chest, maybe the throat. Exhale slowly. Push it out. So another really big breath, belly, rib cage, feel the expansion, upper chest, draw your elbows back, really let your heart come forward. Exhale, round. You're only doing this to the extent that your body's okay with it, right? If we push at all, it might end up not feeling good. One more. Nicely done. Inhaling, coming to neutral. And then on the exhale, we're going to slowly take our legs out a little wider. So creating a V shape with your legs. You don't want this to be at your edge, right? Your edge is the place you can't go any further. So back off a little bit so that this is really comfortable for your body. If you feel like you're leaning back, you're going to need to bend your knees more, maybe come into a spider with your feet on the mat and your knees really bent, or maybe sit more towards the edge of the cushion or lift yourself up more. Just take the time to get comfortable. We want to feel like our pelvis is tilting forward a little bit. I am sliding off. That's okay. All right. Inhaling here. Exhaling, slide your hands towards the right leg. Maybe letting your head gently go. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, slide down the left leg. So we're not going to our most flexible point. We're hanging out really in our comfort zone, in the place where we barely feel anything, side to side. The breath is strong. It's a complete inhale as we come up. Feel the expansion. It's a complete exhale as we go down. Really feel that breath. We're moving with our breath, letting our hands come up and then back down, maybe letting the head go. You can let the opposite hip come up. You don't have to keep your hips grounded here. Next time we come to the right, let's hang out here. So take your hands alongside the leg. Inhale, lengthen your back. You can let your left hip come towards the right a bit. And you might want to stay here with the back straight. It's a gentle twist and breathe. Remember, your knees are tracking towards those second and third toes. They're not tipping in, they're pointing up. And with your breath, you might find the inhale feels like lengthening the spine, and the exhale, you can fold a little more. Let's do that for 2 more breaths. Listening to your body's messages, noticing what you're feeling in your body, and if any emotions are coming up. Take one breath, relaxing there, and then inhaling to slowly come up. Big inhale, exhale, down the other leg. Hands come alongside that leg. Inhale, lift the heart, shoulder blades drawing towards the middle of the back while the tops of the shoulders broaden. Right hip can come forward slightly. You don't want to ground it. Check your alignment for your knee and your second and third toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe fold a little. Work with your breath. You're not going straight to your edge. You're just going to breathe and take yourself there with the breath. Modifying as you need to, making this safe for your body. Noticing how each side is different. Checking in with your experience here. Taking 2 more breaths. Inhaling in your own time to slowly come back up to center. Exhale here. Feeling your body. And then on your next inhale, slowly hands behind the knees. Bringing the legs up and then exhaling, coming to all fours, however you get there. Sometimes people with ankles and knees that do not protest can roll forward and over them. Once we come to all fours, we're going to move with our breath a few times. This is a nice one for releasing the lower back. None of this is done with force. It's done with the breath. Let the breath be what does the work. And the body is just glided by the breath. Inhaling here in all fours. Exhaling, pull your belly in. Let your hips drop towards the heels as much as they're willing to go. The arms stretch out straight and the head comes towards the floor, maybe touching it. Let's do that 3 more times. So inhaling, slowly coming up. Maybe lift the heart a little, keeping your low back neutral. Exhale, pull the belly in. Sink the hips towards the heels. Good, keep going. Exhaling as we sink back, broadening those shoulders. Inhaling as we come back up, lifting the heart. Last one, pull the belly in as you exhale. Sink the hips back. and rest here. So maybe the hips don't go to the heels. That's fine. If you have cushions, it should be okay to be on the knees. You can just stack your forearms or stack your fists and go as low as it's comfortable. Washcloths behind the knees can help with anything going on with the knees. Take 3 breaths here in whatever pose is restful for you, and say your intention again to yourself. Nicely done. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly make our way up to all fours. And then if you have socks on, this is a good time to remove them. On your next exhale breath, so just because I'm not telling you to breathe doesn't mean you're not breathing, right? So keep breathing. On your next exhale, let's slowly lift up those hips, coming into a bent knee downward dog. So there's weight at the base of our index finger, the base of our thumb, as well as the base of the pinky and the outside corner of the wrist. Let your ears go alongside the upper arms, but feel broadness in the shoulders. Take another breath here. Moving with the breath 3 times. Inhaling, lowering down to all fours, nice and slow. Exhale, point the toes, pull the belly in, sink back to the heels, or as far as you comfortably can go. Inhale, up to all fours. Shoulders are broad. Exhale, tuck those toes. Bent knee, downward dog. You've got it. Inhale, back to all fours. Core, keep that low belly hugging in and the pelvic floor. Exhale, slowly sink back. Good. Last time we're coming up. Inhale, up to all fours. Exhale into your downward dog. This time, bend one knee, then the other. Get your hips as high as you comfortably can. Watch for the weight in your hands going to the outside edges. We actually want it even between the inside and outside of the palm. Sigh. Horse lips. Wave the hips side to side if that feels good. And when you feel ready, you can walk your hands back to the feet or walk your feet up to your hands. To make the forward fold safe, you'll find that your back will stay flat if your belly is basically on your thighs. So you might need to bend your knees quite a bit to get that belly to feel like it's flat on the thighs. And sometimes we just have to do a half forward fold where our elbows are on our thighs and we work here. Otherwise, oh, it feels really good for the spine if you draw your belly in, grab opposite elbows and swing the elbows a little. Let your head go. Watch for hanging onto your head. That neck is always tense and we want to avoid that. Try to release it like a bowling ball on a string. Good. When you feel ready, you're going to release the arms, take a big inhale, bending those knees, sweeping the arms all the way up, palms up, reaching up, low belly strong, knees are soft. Exhale, palms come down. Let's take a moment in our Tadasana. So we want to feel in our Tadasana, our feet are about parallel or maybe out slightly. Good. Lift up your toes. Let the arches stay lifted as you bring your feet back onto the mat. The knees are soft, but we're hugging in towards the midline. Draw that low belly in and imagine your inner thighs moving back while the low belly pulls in and the tailbone doesn't drop. We still want an arch there, but it kind of starts to point a little more down. Good. The heart lifts, the shoulders broaden. Palms can face forward as the back of the throat reaches back and up. Close the eyes. Find your breath. Bring the awareness to the feet. Feel them rooted on the ground. Draw the awareness up the legs. Feel the core hugging in, the hips drawing in. There's hugging in all around the midsection. Feel the heart lift and the shoulders soft and the base of the skull lifting up. See if you can become aware of your entire body at once. Feel the breath moving in your body. Deepen the breath so that you can really feel that there's an expansion on that inhale. And on the exhale, a gentle softening and contraction. Blinking the eyes open, taking your hands to the hips, heel toeing the feet out a little wider, toes out slightly, coming into flying eagle with the breath. Inhale, palms up, reach up. Exhale, palms down, lift up the heels and fly. You're on your tippy toes. Inhale, bend the knees as the palms come closer and closer together. Good. Exhale, fly, lift up those heels. Inhale, palms up, reaching up, lift up the heart. Try not to lean forward. Exhale, fly. One more. Big breath. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, exhale, fly. Nicely done. Good. Release that. You're in about the same width. We're going to come into warrior chest expansion. Wonderful for getting air into the upper chest. So inhale here. Exhale, cup your hands, squat, and reach forward. Inhale, breaststroke. Open up as you stand up, reach up. Fill that upper chest even to the collarbone. Exhale, hands come under the armpits, and we reach forward again as we squat. Side view if you need. Inhale, reaching out wide, lifting, really filling that upper chest with air. Exhale, cupping, reaching forward. Inhale, really fill it with air. Exhale, reaching forward. One more. And exhale. Good. We're just going to come up this time. Inhale, fill that upper chest, and exhale, release. Come right into shoulder rolls. Inhaling as they come up and back, exhaling as they go down. Go the other way. Good. Big breath. Nice job. Shake that out a little bit of swinging, forceful exhale out the nose every time you turn. So full inhale, forceful exhale. Full inhale, middle, forceful exhale every turn. Slowly, slowly, slowly release that and come to your hips. Let's slowly start to circle that pelvis. Long breath. Good. Go the other way. Big breath. Nice. Keep the hands on the hips, heel toe all the way so that the feet are touching or maybe just slightly apart. Take the hands to the knees or above them. Pull that belly in and circle those knees. Big breaths. Other way. Nicely done. Slowly coming to standing. Let's come to the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Find your Tadasana again. Inner thighs drawing back. Low belly hugging in. The pit of the abdomen pulling towards the spine and up the spine. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Close the eyes. Feeling the breath moving in the body and remembering your intention. Blinking the eyes open, taking your hands to the hips, pour the weight onto the left foot and slowly start to step your right foot back. So keep your left knee soft, step your right foot straight back, toes touch, keep the heel lifted. If the heel has to come down, that's fine. You're just going to need to step a little closer. So the hands are on the hips. Make sure your hips are in one line. Sometimes one hip goes higher than the other, or one goes more forward than the other. So that's why our hands on our hips can help here. Now, start to draw your tailbone towards the floor as you push your back heel away from you. Do you feel that stretch for the front of that right thigh? That is the psoas. Good. Take another breath here. Breathe to where you're feeling the stretch, tailbone's gently dropping. Good. Release the arms alongside the body, fists of fire. We're going to try to keep our hips right where they are as we draw our elbows down with a forceful exhale and bend our back knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forceful exhale, bend that back knee. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fist down, back knee bends. Let's do two more. Nice job. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, gentle twist. So we're going to turn our torso towards the left. Let your left hand come down. So palm down of the left hand. It might reach for your back thigh, probably not. Lift your right arm up a little bit more. Breathe here. Maybe look up. Let your right hip move forward with you so that this is safe for your back. Good. Next, inhale, sweep your left arm back up, looking forward, and then exhale slowly, bringing your arms out wide and bring your back heel down to the mat. You might have to step it forward. Interlace the fingers behind your back as you straighten the front leg. Keep a micro bend in it or make sure that the kneecaps lifted. Inhale, lift up the heart. Exhale, folding with a flat back and maybe lifting those hands up as the head comes towards the knee. If not, release your hands to your back or to your hip. And that way you can make sure the right hip keeps coming forward, the left hip back so that they stay in one line. Your back can stay long unless it's safe for you on an exhale to round and bring your head towards your knee. Two more breaths here. Notice what you're feeling. Next, inhale, draw that low belly in firmly. Slowly come back up, lift up the heart. And then exhale, mindfully pour the weight in the left foot as we step the right foot up and do a little shaky, shaky. Horse lips, let that go. You might even feel a little uncomfortable. That's the energy that we're moving, and there's a lot of it. It's that time of year. Soften those knees. Find your Tadasana again. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. However your breath is, see if you can slow it down. Say your intention to yourself. Blinking the eyes open, taking your hands to your hips. Pour the weight on the right foot as we mindfully step the left foot back, straight back from the hip. The ball of the foot is on the floor, but the heel is lifted. If it needs to come down, step it forward a little. Watch the placement of your hips. We want them both in the same line. So that takes a little bit of work. Now start to allow your tailbone to drop. So draw your low belly in, let your tailbone start to drop towards the floor while you straighten the back leg a little more, pushing the heel back. Feel that stretch in the front of the left leg, that thigh. Breathe there. We don't want it too strong, just enough to feel sensation. Lengthen that lower back. Try not to crunch it. Good. Release your hands when you're ready. Fists of fire 4 times. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Forceful exhale. Fists down, knee bends. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. And then this time, as we exhale, we slowly turn towards the right, letting the right hand come down, maybe to the back leg. The left arm reaches up and we soften those shoulder blades, breathing here. Let your left hip come forward a little bit. Maybe look up. And on your next inhale, slowly bring your right arm up to join your left. And then exhale, as you take your arms out wide, bring your back heel down to the mat, to the inside, so that back foot's about 30 degrees out, and straighten your front leg. Kneecaps lifted or it's slightly bent. It's slightly bent if you have a knee issue for sure. Inhale, lift up that heart, interlace your fingers. Exhale, slowly fold forward as far as you comfortably want to go. There might be a point where you release your hands and bring them to the hips. Or maybe, as long as your back is very long, you can slowly start to fold. We want length on the inhale, and then on the exhale, maybe folding. Eventually, maybe the head to the knee. Notice what you're feeling here. Keep the breath moving. With the challenge, make your breath deeper and longer. Next inhale, when you feel ready, bend your front knee, core, lift up, look up. Nicely done. And then mindfully, let's pour the weight onto the right foot as we step the left foot up. Ooh, shake it out, shake it out. Let that go. Let that go. Finding your Tadasana again. Heart and belly, close the eyes. Lengthen your breath. Blinking the eyes open. Slowly taking your arms down. We're going to heel toe the feet a little wider. If you haven't done the ha breath in a while, this is wonderful. This clears everything out. So get as loud as you can. We're going to do 3 sips for an inhale, like you're filling the first part, then the second part, then the third part. And then on the exhale, our arms come down, we forward fold, and we ha out our exhale. So when you're ready, inhale, 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 ha. Inhale, 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 ha, 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 ha. Last one, as loud as you can. Ha! Ah, nice job. Shake that out. Whew. Now, I could have gone louder. There's people in the studio today, but that's really detoxing. Oh, so let's stand at the top of the mat again. Feel our heart and our belly and slow it down. Close the eyes and feel that breath. Feel everything moving in the body. Blinking the eyes open, taking the hands to the lower back, fingers pointing down. Inhaling to bend the knees, looking up. Exhaling, slide your hands down the legs, forward fold. Inhale, slide back up to the shins, flatten the back. Exhale, slide the hands down to the mat and walk your feet back into your downward dog. Take your time. Bend your knees first and get your hips as high as you can, like you're trying to sit on the ceiling. That's it. Keep the shoulders broad so your biceps are rolling back. That's it. And then you can slowly start to straighten your legs if that feels safe. Horse lips. Let that go. Beautiful. Now, if you feel comfortable coming into plank, you can inhale and slowly come into a plank, shoulders over the wrists, heels behind you. Breathe here. 2. Draw that low belly in. 1, and then slowly lower down from your plank, knees down first. Slowly draw that low belly in and sink back towards the heels into child's pose. Slow everything down. Inhaling in your own time to come up to all fours. Coming into cat-cow, really big breaths here. So inhale, draw the shoulders back, look up. Exhale, pull the belly in, looking towards those thighs. Inhaling like a wave. Exhaling, rounding. 2 more. Really big breaths. Last one. Inhale, come to neutral. Exhale, feet to the right as you look towards the right. Squeeze. Right shoulder towards the right hip. Inhale back to center. Exhale, feet to the left as you draw your left shoulder towards your left hip. Squeeze, tigress. Inhale back to center. Full breath. Exhale, squeeze. Exhale, squeeze. One last round. Inhaling back to center, and then exhaling, slowly coming into a child's pose or a puppy dog pose, whatever is relaxing for you, and just slowing your breath down for 3 breaths. Feel it in the belly. Feel the shoulders soften, the face soften. Each breath gets a little longer. Inhaling and slowly coming up to all fours, and then making your way to a comfortable seated position. So you can sit in really any pose that works for you, cross-legged with a blanket under the hips, sitting on the heels, sitting on blocks, sitting with your legs out. You just want there to be able to be movement here. So Nisarga Bhastrika, this is that powerful breath that's very challenging to master, which is where we just move our rib cage. So our upper chest stays relaxed, our belly stays relaxed, very hard. And we try to just get like an accordion action with our rib cage. This is going to pump your entire cardiovascular system and help with getting oxygen in and CO2 out. It's powerful. If you get dizzy, just let it go, come back to a relaxed breath. Hands can go around the ribs if that's comfortable for them, so that you can really feel the motion and you can help with the squeezing out. We'll start slow and pick up the pace. Complete breath, not hyperventilating. Okay, when you're ready, inhaling. Once you have it, you can remove your hands if you'd like. Last one. Take a long 3-part inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale slowly as you fold. Inhale and slowly come back up. And relax. Long, relaxed 3-part breath. Letting that go in your own time. Blinking the eyes open. Coming into a supported butterfly. A nice pose to integrate all of this and really slow everything down. This is the restorative portion, which is very important for our body's health, for our immune system to function. We need to be able to relax. So if you have a bolster and blocks, you can stack the blocks under your bolster. If you have blankets, you can fold them so that you can place them under your thighs. And then maybe even something for the head. Sit in front of the bolster. And I'll give you alternatives if you don't have any of these things. Lengthen your lower back, so maybe an inch away from the bolster or 2, and then slowly lower down. Maybe a pillow just to let your forehead be slightly higher than your chin, and then drawing support under your thighs, letting the knees open out wide, letting the arms open out wide, palms up. If it's too strong for the shoulders, just bring your hands closer to the body, even rest them on those blankets. And breathe and let go here. If you don't have any of these things, see if you can find a towel or a blanket, because all you need to do is take that blanket or long towel, roll it so it's about 4 inches wide, and then place it under your spine. You're not sitting on it, you're sitting in front of it. And then slowly roll down onto that blanket. Bring your hands under the blanket so that you make an inchworm shape so it supports your neck. And then if you have something to put under your thighs, you can let the knees open out wide and bring the soles of the feet together and open your arms out wide. If you don't, it might be too strong of a stretch for your hips. You can decide. You can keep your feet in passive rest pose or even stretch them out straight. So we still stay connected to our breath in these restorative poses. We're just doing it more meditatively, where we're feeling the long, relaxed breath coming into the body, feeling the long, relaxed breath leaving the body, and watching as our body slowly releases. Restorative yoga has the added benefit of actually passively restructuring our body. So if you have postural imbalances, this kind of practice, if you stay in these poses long enough, encourage the relaxation, can start to slowly change your body's holding patterns and help bring you back to a more healthy balance. Staying with your breath for the last few breaths, making this a heart opening meditation. Feeling the breath in the center of your chest, the heart chakra. Feeling that area expands on the inhale, and on the exhale, sending that energy through your body. The love, the kindness, the acceptance, the forgiveness. Inhaling, swelling it in the center of your chest. Exhaling, Down the arms, down the legs. Let it move through your body. Perhaps allowing some things that aren't really serving you to get pushed out. Relaxing your effort with the breath, helping the knees come together. If you're lying flat over a blanket, you'll roll to one side and lie on your side. If you're really high on the bolster, it might be hard to come all the way off, but see if it's safe for you to roll all the way onto your side. If not, you can simply just sit up and close the eyes. Take another moment. And then slowly on an inhale breath, push the body up to seated and come into a wide leg forward fold. If you have your bolster still set up, you can actually turn around and face your bolster. So a pillow under your hips will be nice for this wide leg forward fold, regardless of whether you have a bolster in front of you or not. So for tight hamstrings, keeping the knees bent like a spider shape with the feet flat is a good way to do it. And then we're going to keep working on lengthening the back and just allowing that belly button to move forward. So this may be the forward fold if you have tight hamstrings and you'd like to try spider. Otherwise, if your legs want to go out straight, don't lock those knees. Maybe a blanket behind the knees. You can even help your thighs by pulling the inner thigh back, pulling the flesh from behind back to help you get that forward fold. Inhale to lengthen and then exhale to maybe fold. Resting your head on the bolster or simply having your hands in front and working here. If forward folds aren't good for your back, then simply stay upright, hands on the legs, and breathe. So you'll notice there's many ways to do every pose, and you have to find the way that works for your unique body and what's going on for you. And remember that every day it changes. So we want this to be a place that we can hold comfortably without effort. Make sure your head's okay with whatever position it's in. And then breathe and soften here. Noticing where your mind was when you heard that bell. And then when you're ready, use your inhale breath to slowly come upright. Take a moment in your upright posture. Next exhale breath, slowly help your knees bend in. Move your props to the side and make your way down into passive rest pose and then bridge. So if you have a block, that would be great for under the sacrum. It's that flat bone at the base of your spine. You don't want this on your back. You want it like under your hips, basically. The feet are hip width apart. Check that the back of your neck is long. And then on your inhale breath, press into the feet, lift up those hips, and place the block under your sacrum. It should feel stable. You can also do this with a firm cushion, even a couch cushion, if you can figure out how to get it so it's not on your back. That would work well too. You can stay here with the arms alongside the body, supported bridge, or for more opening in the chest, arms like cactus arms, elbows bent. Just make sure the whole arm is touching the floor. So you can open your arms out wider if you need to until the whole arm and hand are touching the floor. Feel your breaths moving from the belly, which is soft, all the way to the mid and upper chest. Feel how this gentle back bend allows the breath to move easily. Keeping the breath lengthened and relaxed. These folding and unfolding restorative poses. The back bend to the forward fold, to the back bend to the forward fold. Excellent for the nervous system. Very soothing. And when the nervous system is balanced in its functions, our immune system can do its job. Take a deep breath. Repeat your intention once more to yourself. And on your exhale breath, draw your knees into your chest, maybe one at a time. Bring the knees in first so that when you inhale and stretch your legs up towards the ceiling, your legs are stacked right over your hips and it's an easier hold. If it still feels like effort, then just keep your knees bent. So you may want to hang on to your thighs, that's fine. And you may want to circle your ankles, point and flex your feet, and just give the feet and ankles some love while you're floating there. We always want to go upside down every day. Our lymphatic system really appreciates it as there's only a pump in one direction. So the other direction needs movement and gravity to help push it And by going upside down, we allow that to move better. We're also invigorating our legs, helping our brain get more oxygen because you're going to feel the blood coming into your head, that fresh oxygenated blood filling in your head, which is why this isn't ideal if you have high blood pressure that's unmedicated or macular degeneration. It doesn't mean you can't go upside down. You just don't want to stay there for longer than a minute. Find your breath. We'll stay here for one more minute. And of course, you can come out whenever you feel you're ready. Notice what you're feeling. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock out your back slightly on your block. And then with control, take one foot down, then the other. On the inhale, lift up the hips, remove the block. On the exhale, Apanasana, draw the knees into the chest. One hand on either knee. Inhale, arms straighten. Exhale, pull the belly in, flatten the back, and hug the knees into the chest while tucking the chin slightly. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhaling, hands stay glued to the knees. Exhaling, pull them back in. Flatten the back. Pull that core in. 2 more. And when you're ready in your own time, come into Shavasana. So once again, putting on all of your warm things, your socks, extra blankets. We want the body to be able to completely relax, and that means it needs to be warm and comfortable. So any discomfort in the low back, try a rolled up blanket under your knees or even a bolster. If your neck has any sort of discomfort, if you take a towel, you can roll it up into a roll and place it where your skull meets your neck. And that little bit of a roll can feel really nice for the neck. And to encourage that relaxation in the body, a little pillow under the head can be nice, just to have your forehead slightly higher than your chin. You don't want it too much because then you're compressing the front of your throat, and we want to be able to have an open throat and breathe easily. Once you've found a comfortable place, making sure your neck is good. Making sure your low back is nice and comfortable. And then tuning into your breath. We're going to do the Savitri breath, that special ancient yogic breath designed to balance the nervous system. The breaths are always complete. It's 8 count for the inhale, 4 count for hold, where you relax your effort, but you don't breathe, but soften the body. On the exhale, it's 8 counts for the exhale, and then 4 counts holding with no breath, relaxing the body once again when you hold. If it's uncomfortable, or there's high blood pressure or pregnancy, don't worry about it. Don't do the holds. You can still do the full, complete breath, always through the nose, and just skip the retentions. I'll count you through it. If you do find that the 8 count is too fast for you, you can reduce it to a 6 count and then a 3 count hold, or even 4 and 2. Exhaling completely. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold out. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold out. Keep going. Relax your effort. Allow the body to let go. Let go. Let go. Deepening the breath all the way down to your toes. Moving fingers and toes, then wrists and ankles. Oh, maybe a body stretch with a yawn, drawing the knees in, maybe rocking out your back. Eventually coming to your side, taking a few moments there. Before slowly bringing your body up to a comfortable meditative posture. Lengthening the spine, bringing your palate back. Feeling that full breath moving through the body. This breath that you can use at any time, all the time. A complete breath to get as much oxygen into the body as possible and as much CO2 out as possible. Encouraging our body to work optimally. Leaving the hands on your lap or bringing them to heart center. Taking a moment for gratitude and appreciation by just listing a few things in your mind that you appreciate and saying them silently now. Coming into the vibration of Om 3 times. Another thing we can do for helping our immune system. This vibration is very helpful and powerful and therapeutic. 3 ohms. Exhaling first. Big inhale. Oh.